There are rooms that aren't necessarily dirty, but just walking into them is overwhelming. Take my office today: books, documents, power banks, craft supplies, so stacked that no one can remember the last time it was cleaned. I know that if I try to do everything at once, I'll burn out. So today, I'm focusing on one thing: cleaning. Not perfect, just no more clutter. If you're struggling to figure out where to start, let this video guide you. I'll take you step by step. You just have to watch and follow along. Let's get started. Step 1 is to clean the floors before doing anything else. I always start with the floors. No need to think too much, no need to plan, just bend down and pick up each item. It could be a fallen book, an old piece of paper, a few toys lying around. The floor is the first thing I see when I walk into a room, and it's also the place where I feel most discouraged if it's messy. I don't clean right away. I just put everything in a box or a corner enough to give me some space to walk around. The weird thing is just doing that makes me feel half as good. The room may still be messy in some places, but when the floors are clean, I feel like I'm in control of the space again. And I feel especially motivated to clean when I complete a small task quickly. Step 2 is pick a small corner to start. Once the floor is clear, the next easy mistake is to want to do it all at once in the room. I know that feeling all too well, looking around and thinking, I'm doing it, let's get it over with. But that thought has caused me to give up many times. So this time I deliberately picked a small corner. A section of a cabinet, a paper tray, a tabletop, any area I could finish in 15 minutes. Today it was a drawer with drawing paper and crayons, not because it was the most important, but because it was accessible and obvious enough to see the results after cleaning. And the good thing is, when a small area is clear, I have a very clear sense that I'm making progress. No more spinning around between things to do. It's just a small corner, but it creates a chain reaction. I see the difference clearly, and so I am more motivated to move on to the next step. Step 3 is to gather all the little things together for last. There's one thing that makes me impatient when cleaning: it's the little things. Charging cords, capless pens, spare batteries, sticky notes, power banks, stickers. Each one doesn't cost much, but when they're scattered all over the place, they make my brain freeze. It's a sense of disorganization, like there are hundreds of little decisions waiting for me at once. So instead of trying to deal with each item as they come across it, I gather them all into a separate bag or basket. I don't have to make any decisions right now. I just know that all the little messy things are sitting there waiting to be dealt with later at the end of the day. This sounds simple, but it really changes the way I approach cleaning. It helps me keep my momentum. I don't get sidetracked by standing there wondering whether to keep or throw away a battery. I also don't get bogged down in organizing crayons when my desk is full. Gathering small items is like saying to myself, go ahead, I'll deal with this later. And that allows me to move toward tidiness instead of getting stuck in the details. And if you want to not only clean, but make it easier, check out the next video: 5 rules that finally got my house running smoothly. These aren't decorating tips, but rather small changes that help me relax, recharge, and help myself every day. Subscribe now so you don't miss out. Step 4 is to move the item back where it belongs. There are items that aren't really trash, but if left in the wrong place long enough, they can start to feel cluttered. Take this bookshelf, for example. It makes sense to put it there, but the truth is that I never sit and read in my study. I take the books and move them somewhere else: the bedroom, the sofa, sometimes the kitchen floor. So today I decided to move the bookshelf upstairs right in the hallway near my room, simply because that's where I actually use my books. And as soon as I did that, the space in my office instantly tidied up a little. This reminds me that cleaning isn't just about getting rid of something, it's also about putting it back in the right place. When an item is put back in its rightful place, I don't have to force myself to give it up, nor do I have to hide it. I'm just helping the room return to its true function. Sometimes all it takes is a simple change of scenery to make a room feel larger and clearer without having to throw anything away. Step 5 is temporarily put aside the undecided items. There are items that I pick up then put down, pick up again, then hesitate. Not sure if I should keep them. Not sure if I'll use them again, but not ready to throw them away. Before I would sit there and think about them forever, but not anymore. If an item makes me pause for too long, I temporarily put it aside. I call it the pile for later and limit it to a basket or a small bag. Don't let it take up all my space or mind. This helps me avoid getting bogged down in the items that make me conflicted. And I know that when the room is tidier, overall, I'll look at those items with clearer eyes. Step 6 is to make a note of something I want to do differently next time. During the cleaning process, I often remember something. I should have prepared a bigger trash bag next time, or I wish I had a separate battery box. Little things like that, if I don't write them down, I'll forget them next time. So I keep a notepad in my drawer just to write down my after cleaning experiences. Not to blame myself, but to make the next time easier. Effective cleaning is not just about today, but also about making next time easier. And this little note for me is an important part of that process. Step 7 is to stop when you feel like you've had enough. You don't have to do it all today. There are times when I feel like I'm overdoing it and I want to finish the rest. But I realize if I try to do it all, I'm usually exhausted by the end of the day, and then the next day I have no energy to continue. So now I choose to stop as soon as I feel like my room is a little tidier. I don't need to wait until everything is perfect. I don't wait until I'm exhausted. Stopping at the right time helps me maintain a sense of initiative. I clean because I want to, not because I'm caught up in the mess. And tomorrow I still have the energy to continue instead of starting over from exhaustion. Step 8 is to review the results, no matter how small. Before leaving the room, I spend a few minutes just standing there and looking. No more doing no more, looking for new work. Just standing there and looking at the neat places. The empty table, the clean corner of the cupboard, the floor no longer littered with things. Cleaning is often seen as a nameless, messy chore. But if I don't stop to look and acknowledge the change, I will always feel like I haven't done enough. So even if it's just a light cleaning session, I still tell myself I did my part today. And that feeling's small but very useful. Thanks for sticking around until the end of today's video. If you've ever found yourself in the middle of a messy room and didn't know where to start, I hope these steps have helped you feel a little lighter, both in your space and in your head. And if you're looking to not just tidy up, but actually make your home run more smoothly for you, check out the next video, 5 rules that made my home finally run smoothly. These aren't decorating tips, but rather small changes that have helped me feel less tired, less repetitive, and less cranky every day. You don't have to make everything perfect. Just make it work for you. See you in the next video.